Hi, I'm the Box Office Wizard, bringing you weekend box office predictions and movie review. For today's show, going to review, give you an update on Beat the Expert, also give you my predictions for this weekend's coming box office, and also some movie news on Star Wars Rogue One, Logan, the Conjuring franchise, and also the Purge franchise as well. Last week in Beat the Expert, I actually finished in second place, so I was real happy about that overall. Finishing in fourth was Box Office Profits at 76.6%. Box Office Mojo was at 78.7%. Second place was myself, like I said, at 82.6%. And finishing in top was Box Office Pro, who's had a great start and a great year so far, at 83.8%. Overall, though, Box Office Pro is at 81.9%. And I'm in second, slowly catching up at 80.2%. My predictions for this coming weekend. Got a couple new movies coming out. First one is Rock Dog. I don't know if you've caught any of the trailers for this movie, but I am just not impressed with this movie at all. I don't think it's going to do anything this weekend. I think it'd be very lucky to even be out at the theaters for 2 weekends. 3 would probably really be stretching it. So overall, though, I'm going to put it in at $3.4 million, and I think that might even be a stretch. So coming in ninth this week, I'm going to put the movie Collide. This movie's actually kind of interesting in the fact that it's got a lot of big names in it. Anthony Hopkins. When I first saw the trailer, I thought it was Robert Englund, but it's actually Ben Kingsley. It was kind of funny to see when I glanced at it. I go, "Who is that? You know, is it Robert Englund or is it not?" So, but when I looked it up, that's who it was. So, there's lots of action in this movie. You know, the storyline is kind of not very good overall, but it does probably have its moments. Probably one of those movies that'd be great to rent one night, a Redbox or something like that, or stream it once down the road here. But overall, though, I don't think it'll do very well either this coming weekend. I'm going to put it at $4.3 million. It may do okay, but that's all I'm going to give it for this coming weekend. So next is the movie Split. Movies continue to have another great week every single week it's been out so far. It's going to continue. Last weekend it only dropped 25%. I'm only going to notch that up a little bit, about 30-35% drop. I'm going to put it at $5.2 million for this coming weekend. Next is the movie Fist Fight. Actually, looking back at the numbers, I was right on this movie for predicting it on where it would finish. A lot of the other experts had it close to $20 million. Only finished at $14.8 million for the 4-day weekend. So, didn't have much of a debut. It was actually $12.2 million for the 3 days. I think it was $14.8 for the 4 days. So. Should see a bigger drop though this weekend. I'm going to put it in the 55 to 60% range. I'm going to put it in at $5.1 million for this coming weekend. Next is the movie Hidden Figures. This movie continues to just do great every single weekend. Last week only had a 10% drop. It's Oscar weekend. I think a lot of people may go see it. I think it will drop just a little bit more though. I'm going to put it at a 25% drop for this weekend. I'm going to put it in at $5.5 million. Next is the movie John Wick 2. It's had a good run so far in its first couple weekends. I think it'll see roughly a 50% drop this coming weekend. That's about what it did last weekend. So overall, though, I think it will have like I said, a strong weekend overall. I'm gonna put it at $8.3 million, and I'm just glad that this movie's doing very well because there's already talks of John Wick 3. So next is 50 Shades Darker. It did actually have a second better weekend compared to the first one. The drop comparison was 56% for this one versus 74% for the original. This movie will cross the $100 million mark here in the U.S. domestically, and which isn't bad for this sequel because they were actually a lot of concerns that this movie would actually implode from the start. So I'm going to put it about a 60% drop this weekend. I'm going to put it in at $8.6 million. Next is the movie Great Wall with Matt Damon. Had a decent debut. I think it should have a pretty good weekend overall. I'm going to put it in at $10.9 million. It should finish in third. Coming in second will be the movie Lego Batman. I think it'll give up its #1 reign after 2 weeks. It will cross over the $100 million for this coming weekend. There is an outside chance that it could still finish #1. The other movie coming out is Get Out, and it's just been, I've kind of went back and forth a little bit on this, but I think Lego Batman will finish second. I'm going to put it at $18.5 million. And then, like I just mentioned, the movie Get Out. This movie's really intrigued me overall. I watched the trailer. I think I watched the trailer 5 or 6 times, and the first time I watched it, I kind of went, "Huh?" Then the next time I watched it, go, "Okay." I said I'm seeing some things that were really just, that you want to get more of it, and then the next thing you know, you're watching it, you're like, this just doesn't make sense. So, if you've seen it, you might kind of know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen anything about it, then go ahead and check the trailer out and see what you think, or even go see the movie this weekend. So, still have that hesitant feeling though on this, that it's going to be that's going to do large this weekend as a debut. I think estimates I was seeing as high as 30 million for a studio projection that someone had. I can't remember which website it listed that. I don't think it's going to get anywhere near that. I'm going to put it in at 21.2 million, and just kind of have to wait and see what happens. So, movie news: Star Wars Rogue One. A rumor I had put on here on the show a couple weeks ago was that it was coming out March 27th. Confirmed date now is April 4th. That'll be out on Blu-ray DVD. Streaming, it's going to be March 24th, so you can check it out then as well. I did see that Target's going to have some exclusive packaging, so you may check that out as well. You may go ahead and pre-order it, because I would venture to guess that that particular one with exclusive packaging may sell out pretty quick. So just wanted to mention that as well. The movie Logan is next. It has been confirmed that they have added additional time to the movie, and a lot of this is going to be post-credit scenes. They said scenes, so I don't know exactly if that's going to be more than one, or it's just going to be one long one with maybe different sections going on from the movie or whatever to fill in the plot for wherever they're going with it next. Obviously, we don't have to wait too much longer because the movie's coming out very, very soon. But it has been confirmed by Hugh Jackman that there will not be a Deadpool Wolverine movie, so don't be expecting anything like that. Next is the Conjuring franchise. Obviously, this franchise has just done very well. It's also had a spin-off with Annabelle 2, which is going to be coming out. And also now you're going to have The Nun as a spin-off. If you haven't seen Conjuring 2, The Nun is a character in this movie. And there's going to be a spin-off movie for it, and it's already been given the date of July 13th, 2018, so be looking for that as well. Next is the movie The Purge franchise. In case you haven't heard, there's actually going to be a Purge 4. No surprise there. It's been given a go, and the date for that is July 4th, 2018. So obviously we got two big franchise names coming out in July of 2018. So it's kind of interesting that they're doing that, but at the same time, very excited. No word yet on the plot, concept, story, anything has been reported though. But as soon as I get that information, I will definitely pass it on. So, hey, just real quick, Oscars are this weekend. Prediction for me: Best Picture, I'm gonna go with Moonlight. Obviously, La La Land's a favorite. I just got a feeling about Moonlight. Best Actor, I'm gonna go with Denzel Washington, and Best Actress, long shot, but I'm going with Meryl Streep for that. So, hey, get your predictions in now. You want to list what you might think for the Oscars, go ahead and do that too. Tell me what movie you think will be #1 this weekend, and also any other predictions that you want to make as well. And hey, I'll be back on Monday giving you predictions you can count on. They're better than the weatherman. Take care.